Youth to Youth is what we call youth-driven, adult-guided program. The youth drive the program. The youth come up with ideas for the conference themes, for workshops, for presentations, for community service projects, and the adults are there to support them and guide them along the way. I grew up in Columbus, grew up on the hilltop. I had very limited vision for people that look like me or people that came from where I came from. And so Youth to Youth, I came across this program, and it was really, one of the biggest things it was for me was a relief that I could let my guard down, that I could just be me, and I wouldn't have to be judged, or I wouldn't be categorized or put off and labeled, that I could just relax. That was one of the most attractive things, was just the relief.
I got involved in Youth to Youth when I was a middle school student.
Ultimately, the goal is to equip and empower those young people to be drivers of the program. It's youth helping youth, youth supporting youth in their choice to be drug-free, and their choice to be role models, and their choice to be change makers in our world and in our community. What was it that made you say, yeah, this is where I need to be?
So I started the camp when I was about 7th grade, and I met a youth staff named Alicia, and she was really energetic and everything. And that was an inner me, but when I was in 7th grade, I was really shy. So when I knew I could bring it out, and I knew that nobody judged me, where I'm from, they kind of judge you for being yourself. But when I got to Youth, I was myself, and everybody loved it. So that's when I knew, oh, this is the place for me, and this is a great place where I need to be.
Javier Sanchez is just such an upbeat and happy-go-lucky person, and he's just really in tune with you as a person. The adults are the reason why you come, because those relationships and having positive adult relationships are really helpful for you as an adolescent, especially when, there's that anti-spirit that you might have as a teenager. Being able to connect with adults who care about you is really important.
All right, guys, so first you gotta introduce yourself, and then the question is, what is your favorite song right now?
Young people training other young people, why is that effective? Why do you think?
I think it's more effective because it's kind of looking like your peer, we're one and the same. But peer, youth, look at adults, they're very overpowering. So when it's a peer, I can relate to you, you're cool, you're doing your drug-free stuff, but I feel like you're getting to me, we're the same.
When I saw that there were other teens who felt the same way that I felt about the world and saw those same issues, it was really powerful, and it also kind of encouraged me to take a stand on something I may have already felt. So even if you already feel that way, sometimes it's really hard to act on something that you feel if you don't feel like there are other people supporting you with the same goal in the same position. And now that once you see that, it really opens up a new opportunity.
I think it's really important for students to have positive peer relationships with people who might look differently from them, who might be from different communities than them, that they wouldn't necessarily interact with in their school environment.
Youth to Youth has just helped me come out of my shell more, and I've gained so many great public speaking skills, and I've met so many great friends, and it's just been an amazing experience just coming to Youth and just being a part of it.
Teaching them how to be present for themselves so that you can be present for your friends, family, classmates, and siblings who might be going through struggles in their life, and when it comes to stress and depression and anxiety.
Back in where my community, we're kind of quiet about these things and drugs and everything, so would have the ability to express myself and give statistics and help others and be an influence to others. That's the biggest thing YouTube gave me and taught me how to do. We're all a big family. Once you get into it, everybody loves you, everybody accepts you no matter who you are or what background you came from, what you did, or how you act or everything. We all accept you, and we're all a big family, and we all love you.
It's connecting young people to other young people that are going through the same experiences and the same struggles and challenges that all young people face. It's also connecting them to caring adults that want to see them thrive in the midst of whatever they're going through. So to me, that's what Youth to Youth is. Bottom line, it's connection.